The two latest reports out of Cleveland are definitely raising eyebrows. One is about a college star who looked ready to take off in the NFL, but now he's barely even moving at practice. And the other, it's a reunion full of history between two generations of quarterbacks, one who left his mark in Baltimore and another who's now the face of the franchise there. We've got behind-the-scenes drama, harsh criticism, and even a bit of emotion from a former teammate. These are the latest updates on the Cleveland Browns, and if you think the season's already intense, just wait until you hear this. Let's start with the rookie who's already raising serious questions by week 2. Alright, so here's what's really going on in Cleveland, and yeah, it's raising some eyebrows. Shedeur Sanders, the Browns' rookie QB who went from first-round hype to a fifth-round flyer, might be wearing that orange helmet, but it sounds like he's barely doing anything with it right now. After a solid preseason where he showed enough to lock down a roster spot behind the ageless Joe Flacco and fellow rookie Dylan Gabriel, things seemed like they were trending in the right direction for Dayon's kid. But now, it's week 2, and the word coming out of Browns camp is not great. According to Tony Rizzo from ESPN Cleveland, Shedeur's basically a spectator during practice. He's not even running the scout team. That job's gone to Bailey Zappe, who's chilling on the practice squad. Yeah, you read that right. Zappe is getting the reps, and Sanders is getting vibes, I guess? Rizzo didn't hold back, saying, "I'm hearing Shedeur isn't even running scout team. He's literally just watching everyone. Why is he even here if that's what you think about him? Because his jersey is selling? Brutal." And he's got a point. If the Browns really believed in Sanders as a developmental guy, wouldn't they at least be tossing him a few reps here and there? Now, in fairness, third-string QBs usually don't get a ton of work during the regular season. The starters dominate practice time, backups pick up the scraps, and the QB3 is often left holding a clipboard like it's a sacred scroll. But this is a little different. Not even scout team? That's usually where you earn your stripes. Let's rewind for a second. Cleveland started the offseason with a crowded QB room. Flacco, Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, and Tyler Huntley. They flipped Pickett to the Raiders, cut Huntley loose, and kept the 3 they liked most. Zappe joined later as a depth move, so Sanders making the 53-man roster wasn't a fluke. But it's clear the team trusts Flacco's savvy and Gabriel's potential way more at this point. Diana Rossini from The Athletic added some more context, saying the Browns still see a future for Shedeur on the roster, just not this year. She called it unlikely that he'll see any regular season action in 2025 either. That's a whole lot of waiting for a guy who once had first-round buzz swirling around him. But what comes next is even more intriguing. A surprising reunion full of respect, rivalry, and memories. And it just dropped. As the Ravens get ready to lock horns with the Browns in week 2, Lamar Jackson took a quick trip down memory lane. And yeah, he had some things to say about Joe Flacco. Not just the quarterback, but the guy behind the helmet. For those who forgot, Flacco wasn't just some random vet on the depth chart when Lamar entered the league. He was the guy in Baltimore. And even though the baton passed pretty quickly once Jackson hit the scene, the bond they built in that short overlap, it stuck. Now, Flacco's rocking brown and orange in Cleveland, which definitely adds some spice to this division showdown. It's not every day you square off against the dude who helped shape your early NFL experience, especially when that dude used to be the face of your franchise for over a decade. Lamar didn't shy away from how weird but cool it all feels. But what really stood out? The respect. And not just the, he's a veteran, I learned a lot kind. Lamar kept it real, talking about Flacco's dry humor and chill vibe. "Flac's funny, dog," he said, laughing. "He used to have me rolling. This man just say stuff so nonchalant. He's a great person to be around." That kind of praise doesn't come out of nowhere. That's chemistry, locker room connection, two very different personalities who found common ground. Still, nostalgia aside, this game's huge. Baltimore dropped a tight one to the Bills in week 1, and falling to 0-2? That's not something Lamar's trying to entertain. Injuries are already testing the Ravens' depth, so it's on Jackson to be the steadying force. He knows it. And when the whistle blows, friendship becomes background noise. This is business. But let's not act like this isn't a full circle moment. The old Ravens franchise QB facing off against the new one, each leading bitter AFC North rivals into battle. It's got history. It's got emotion. It's got some real passing the torch energy, even if that torch now burns on the wrong sideline, depending on who you ask. Shedeur's situation is worrying. It feels like the hype never turned into real trust. And Flacco versus Lamar? That's the kind of NFL storyline fans live for. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any Browns updates.